Hi, this video should tell you about a DLR weightage for different topics in the past CAT papers, how the questions have come and what you need to focus on as far as preparation is concerned. I'm Patrick, 6-time CAT 100 percentile. Basically, the YouTube channel that I release will have some resource that will help you prepare. One is the Road to 100 series, where I take up a few questions and solve with some good methods that will help you, understand what is a good method to, you can refer to that. Second is my past CAT solutions. Important to go to past CAT solutions. This is my approach in solving the paper as 100 percentile. And concept videos focus on understanding the methods that are required by 100 percentile. I'll come up with these videos later, concept videos. Right now you can focus on Road to 100 and past CAT solutions. So we have been running for past 23 plus years as far as MBA entrance is concerned. The various courses for CAT 25 that we have, which include full course, 100 percentile batch, mentorship, DLR 1000, Con 1000. If you are interested, you can contact us. Coming to the topic itself, the DLR weightage. If you look at it, there was a slight change in the CAT 2024 paper. From 20 questions, it became 22 questions. That was one change that happened. Second change that happened is from 4 sets that had normally come, it suddenly became 5 sets. So normally you had 4 sets, now in 24 suddenly it became 5 sets. So it was unpredictable. I mean, no one expected it. So understand CAT is to some extent unpredictable. Though the pattern that is followed in slot 1 will follow in slot 2 and slot 3. There's no major changes, but yes. Also, one more thing that came across is they were a little bit more pure. Like in slot 1, one DI candlestick was a more or less pure DI set. More DI than normally most of the sets in CAT is more LR than DI, even if there is a DI in it. But there was one set in each slot which was more DI. Like DI bubble chart was a pure DI set. DI table out here was more of a DI calculation set. If you look at slot 3, had a lot of tables and bars and chart. But at DI table 1, the country GDP was more calculation based DI particular set. So there was this pure DI set. Otherwise, most of the other sets were more logic based than DI based. Also, look at number of questions were different. 3 sets of 4 questions and 2 sets of 5 questions. So that means selection of questions would also depend on the number of questions on that set. Yes, they would mention before the start of the paper, they would mention that there would be 5 sets, 3 sets of 4 questions, 2 sets of 5 questions. That will mention the start. So read the instructions properly before you start solving the paper. But yes, if you look at the whole pattern of the paper, there were a tournament sum. So you need to know about tournament. There were a lot of diagrammatic schematic diagram, means walk away. You walk from one place to second place to third place as such. So that was there in road network in slot 3. It was there in schematic diagram in slot 2 as such. Right. Apart from that, there was distribution. Slot 1 is more of distribution. You distribute one to the other. So how do you distribute the number of stars from surfers to bloggers? How do you distribute votes among the 2 candidates? All that was there. Okay. Also, how number of countries visited by people. So again, in slot 2, if you look at 8 gymnasts, how they were distributed 3 coaches, okay, the arrangement of 10 numbers in 10 slots, okay, and so on. So there was a lot of distribution network, arrangement sums. You need to look at these particular, topics and go about it. My normal suggestion would be to look at the past DI questions, try to understand how it is, so that you can refer to similar. Same questions may not come, but when you refer to number of questions, okay, automatically there will be a mixture of different concepts that may come in the examination, right? There's something very new. All this somewhere or the other has been there somewhere across. So when you do practice a lot of DI sets, you become more familiar, and that familiarity will help you to solve. This is a CAT 24 paper. If you look at it, let's go to the CAT 24, go to the past 3 or 4 CAT papers. So if you look at CAT 23, 4 sets of 5 questions each, right? And the questions are again based on arrangement, matrix based, games. So these are a more common thing based. So matrix based LR is common. Games, DI, all that is common. So look at that, arrangement type of sums. Same if you look at CAT 22 was similar to CAT 23 and 22 similar, 4 sets of 5 questions each. And yes, so you had 2 teams in the tournament sort of team. There were DI based, LR based, games and tournament sums were there. So you need to look at the type of questions that come and then work on that. And if you look at a pattern in 21, it was a little different. There were 2 sets of 6 questions and 2 sets of 4 questions, 20 questions, but instead of 4 sets of 5 questions, there are 2, 6 to 4. So pattern changes. So 21 to 22 changes, 20 to 23 remain same, 20 to 24 change. So there have been changes as such. So more or less, if you look at it, a lot of data sums based on LR. It is based on a little bit on tournaments, based on a little bit on arrangement, based on a little bit of matrix and so on and so forth. If you get used to those type of sums, you will be easier. It will be easier for you to understand. Also, if you look at in CAT 24, there was certainly candlestick came, bubble chart came. So be comfortable with new type of DI sets so that you'll be able to understand them better in the examination, right? I hope this helps. This will help you to understand what type of questions that come in the examination. We'll come up with solutions for the CAT DLR sets as well for you to help you understand how to go about solving. Right. Thank you.